Amen. Put the music on. What's up, everybody? Let me see if the. Excuse me. Rest in peace to Muhammad Ali. Throw thunder in jail. Mm. You are now locked in with the greatest nigga. I'm the best pound for pound, better weigh these niggas. They bite my style like them crocodile gators, nigga. You are now locked in with the greatest nigga. I treat the booth like a boxing ring in Vegas, nigga. I speak the truth, my philosophy is greater, nigga. Don't eat the fruit without acknowledging the label, nigga. Crazy baby, nigga. Rockin' since the cradle, nigga. Homie box office, HBO cable, nigga. I'm unstable, nigga. At the dinner table, nigga. All I eat is rappers. I might have to flavor, nigga. That bitch ate a nigga. Meat and potatoes, nigga. If she wants some head, definitely. Evaporate a nigga, eradicate a nigga, smack it in your face like I'm playing patty cake, my nigga. Eat the cake, never beat a woman for Missita's sake. I beat the case, beat some pussy up and then delete a race. Headshot from 100 feet away, but your feet okay. Put you 6 feet away. I ain't gotta say this all the time, nigga. They know I'm the greatest of all time, nigga. So fuck that nigga if I ain't that nigga. So fuck that nigga if I ain't that nigga. You love that nigga, better blame that nigga. Yeah, I'm up that nigga where you ain't that nigga. So fuck that nigga if I ain't that nigga. Don't fuck that nigga if I ain't that nigga. She said, Wayne that nigga. Yeah. I ain't gotta say this every time, no. I'm gonna make a statement every time, no ovation and an encore. I be looking in my kids' faces where the time go. They know I'm amazing and they moms know. You know I'ma slay it every time, no. You know I ain't playing, nigga, I'm coach. You know that I'm fly but never fly, coach. You know I ain't paying for your time, ho. This is not a bakery, don't ask me for no cake and shut your pie, ho. Every day I'm waking up with eye hoes, waking up in grind mode, standing on like a base buried bonds toe. You know what, I'm safe wherever I go. You know I'm an ape in every Congo. You know I'm a freight train to a rhino. Barrel make the Draco look like Gonzo. I ain't gotta say this to remind folks. They know I'm the greatest, even God know. I ain't gotta say this all the time, nigga. They know I'm the greatest of our time, nigga. So fuck that nigga if I ain't that nigga. So fuck that nigga if I ain't that nigga. You love that nigga, better blame that nigga. I'm up that nigga where you ain't that nigga. So fuck that nigga if I ain't that nigga. Don't fuck that nigga if I ain't that nigga. She say, Wayne that nigga. Brady in his prime, nigga. I'm like Tom Brady at 5. I ain't even debating no retire, nigga. Yeah. Born in the 80s, that's the greatest of all times, nigga. Yeah, that's the problem. See, y'all getting the players mixed up with the coaches. It's some people out there that used to be players and now they coaches. And y'all want to compare the players to the coaches. So shout out to Lil Wayne for the Carter 6, the greatest album of 2025. Not just because it's Lil Wayne, the love of my life, okay? But because Lil Wayne is doing some shit that ain't never been done. Lil Wayne's career started in 1997 or 1998. And he dropped an album that y'all still talking about, even if you're trying to make it seem like it wasn't a great album. In 2026, y'all are still talking about the album. So I think that that means that Lil Wayne is out of the league and the box that y'all trying to put him in. Big shouts out to Lil Wayne for that written history. Lil Wayne say, nigga, I'm not playing, I'm coach. Okay? They bite my style like some crocodile and gators, nigga. Like, crocodiles and greatest biting, okay? And then I just caught another part of that song. Big shouts out to Lil Wayne, the greatest rapper. I responded to Lil Wayne's Twitter post X or whatever. It's still Twitter to me. X post, very emotionally when I first saw it, because at first I was thinking, when I first read the post, I said, my first thing that I typed and then deleted. The post was it was on X, and Wayne said, oh, okay, here it is. No, where are my notifications? Child. Okay. It said, congrats to the nominees and winners. Wasn't included as usual. Wasn't included, period. As usual, period. I gotta work harder, as usual, period. One time for my slime, Bill Belly. So when I first read this, I was emotional. And I said, the first thing I typed out was, Wayne, I need you to go in the kitchen and get the biggest pair of goddamn scissors, knife, the sharpest thing you could find, and cut the bullshit out, okay? Cut the bullshit out. But then, but then I deleted that because I was like, I know Wayne is not serious, but
Why
maybe
did you respond that way? Like, why did
because I know Wayne know that that's some bullshit.
Oh, okay.
I think that people be underestimating when you hear people criticize him. They don't understand. This man has been in the industry ever since he was 15 years old. And I'm, not just saying this like for any type of reason except for the fact that it's fucking true. Like Lil Wayne done beat some shit that other people haven't beat. He walked through the damn door, and a lot of things Lil Wayne don't even talk about. Like if Lil Wayne, to me, I feel like if Lil Wayne was like a lot of these people, where people are sitting up there was trying to at one point in time make a comparison between NBA YoungBoy and Lil Wayne, like I was there. I was there in New Orleans. New Orleans, Louisiana Fest. Lil Wayne was supposed to do a meet and greet at this clothing store on Canal. I'm not sure what happened, but he didn't make it to the meet and greet. But I was thinking to myself, he had just come from overseas. He had just done a tour of the Nordic states with Finland, Norway, and all of that. And I was even shocked that he even, was going to still do the Louisiana Fest. I'm thinking to myself, if he feel like he need to rest from this meet and greet, just be at the show, But we stood out there. I met some really cool people on Canal. But I will never forget NBA YoungBoy walking up to me. He had his friends and everything with them, and he handed me a bandana that I still have to this day.
How long ago was this?
This was, what was it, maybe 2016?
Okay. So before he was NBA YoungBoy.
I'm telling you, he was on the streets.
Okay.
He had gone into I want to say the place was named Nuevo or something like that. But anyway, I have it posted on my Instagram story in memories because I recorded this man who was playing, maybe it was a Stevie Wonder song, but it was like, even though that things may come true, I don't know nobody music, but anyway, that was the song. It was beautiful. This man was out there playing the saxophone.
Okay. And
I posted that I felt like that there was always music that was to mark hard times. And I was like, damn, if Wayne don't show up, because I wasn't really thinking it through at the time, and I was like, if Wayne don't, this was before they shut it all down. And I was like, if Wayne don't show up, this is going to be a hard time. Like, this song is going to mark this hard time.
Yeah.
But back to NBA YoungBoy, he did show up. And he went inside of the place. He took some pictures with some people, but then he came out to the streets. And I would never forget, I wasn't familiar with him or his baby mama. I think Jania Michelle, the one that went to be with the basketball player. I don't know if they still together or whatever. No. I catch bits and pieces of it from here to there. But from here and there. But anyway, of course, they talked a lot about him when he was on tour. And I will never forget that prior to me, I'm going to look it up and I can tell you exactly when it was. Prior to me seeing him live, and I mean, NBA YoungBoy performed with no jewelry. Lil Wayne put him on a major stage in front of 50,000 people in New Orleans for the first time. He had never been in front of that many people ever in his career. Nobody knew who he was. He was one of the openers for the Louisiana Fest. But Wayne's so cool and so humble. He just like, if you was there, you know. If you wasn't there, I don't give a fuck because I know and real niggas know.
Right.
You know, but I was there and I'm sitting right here. I'm going to say that shit. Wayne is the first person who put NBA YoungBoy on his biggest stage in New Orleans. I was right there. I still got the video. I came home and told my daughter because my daughter and them, they was more familiar with them. You know, they more their age group.
Yeah.
And I remember I walked in my daughter's room one time and I seen this girl and she was on the TV crying. You know, she was like, y'all think I'm okay, but I'm not okay. And I remember thinking, I asked my daughter, I said, who is that? And my daughter said, that's this rapper, NBA YoungBoy. That's his baby mama. And they broke up. You know, at first they was inseparable and they broke up and now she's crying. And I was like, these girls need to cut it out. Your ass ain't crying for real. And I remember coming back home from that concert after seeing NBA YoungBoy. Every other person that got on stage had a blunt. NBA YoungBoy had a Newport. And he smoked that damn Newport the whole time he was rapping. And I said to myself, I said to myself right then, that's a dangerous person right there. Because a Newport?
You funny, Mecca.
No, rapping and smoking a Newport, that shit is not an easy feat. And you walking back and forth across the stage. But then in addition to that, I had to come home and tell my daughter, I said, I don't know who that girl was. And I showed my daughter the video. I said, I don't know who that girl was that was on the video, but I owe her an apology. Because them tears was for real. Because I seen him walk across the stage and rap with a Newport. No, that's a dangerous person. So anyway, I know for a fact, like I said, humbly, Lil Wayne gave him an opportunity on that stage. And I also know
Has NBA YoungBoy not recognized that or something?
No, NBA YoungBoy has absolutely recognized that as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
Like one time, I can't remember, they were like celebrating Lil Wayne's birthday one time, and NBA YoungBoy, they had like a video of all these different people that came to give him a birthday greeting, and NBA YoungBoy was one of them. You know, NBA YoungBoy addressed him like, you know, nigga, you your son. He ain't never said nothing, even in his music, that I feel like was disrespectful to him. Him and Wayne got a song together. I think maybe even a couple of songs. I know about Window. But anyway, I'm just saying, you know, it's just kind of go to show you how everybody is just so, you know, I don't even know how to describe how we in this world, we live in our own life. You know, social media to me has been a blessing and a curse. The blessing is that we get to do something like we're doing right now, and we can do it at a price we can reach, you know, and we can reach people all over the world, you know, by just staying consistent. The reason why, you know, in the light of everybody always want to act like they want to criticize celebrities and all that kinds of stuff, like, I get it. It's some people out there that's very arrogant, very disrespectful, you know, for whatever reason, you know, they were chosen to be in specific places. Just like I feel like, who was that, you know, I can use myself an example. Well, I was going to say this. I feel like it's a damn prerequisite to work at the license plates, where you go get your driver's license.
The DMV?
You've got to be a mean-ass bitch. That's
it seemed like it, don't it?
If you come in here acting like you finna be nice to people, get the fuck out. We don't want that. Anyway, who is that who said, I heard Anton Daniels say, he was playing this tape with this woman. He talking about, women today got a potty mouth. But I don't feel like all women are the same. Because if you're a woman in the South, a bitch in Texas is not a bitch in New York. Okay, I'm sick and tired of everybody trying to make it seem like everybody is the same. My grandmother would call you a bitch, and it would sound so enduring. It really would, and she wouldn't be saying it like to be just cool or whatever. She'd be like, "Bitch," you know. But it wasn't like nothing to make me sad. Anyway, I don't even know how to break that shit down. I just know it's a bunch of bullshit going on in the world. Just like And I'm gonna find this video. I believe it was in 2017 or 2016. I have no idea. I really don't have any idea, but it's in here somewhere. But in addition to that, I was tripping because I was reading about this story about Nick Peretti. Let me stop and just shout out No Smack. I love their show. When I'm listening to their show, I be feeling like, like right now, I'm like, I'm the cool auntie, but I'm still not gonna go kick it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But No Smack let me behind the veil. Like they let us know what's going on in the young people world. Cause I swear, I didn't know all that stuff was going on, but it's fun and it's interesting, and I love their realness and rawness. And they are who you have to thank for the earrings I have on tonight and the lipstick, because I'm not saying they was talking about me or thinking about me, but when I hear something, I feel like God let me hear it for a reason. And if it make me go back and evaluate something about myself, God have all kinds of ways of getting messages to you.
What did they
So
say? I bet I know what you finna say. What did
yeah,
they say?
when I was listening to, and I came in on it, so I don't know.
Okay.
A lot of times before I will listen to like a podcast, something like that, I will have my little drink or my little smoke or whatever. So I don't remember if I came into the conversation at this point or if I got a phone call and went back and forth or what. But anyway, I just know that I heard, and I don't really remember how it ended or how it began, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But I just recall them saying, you just can't be just basic, just not
Yeah.
have nothing on, just be blank. You can't. So I
Yeah.
went back and looked at my last show, and I had some pink lipstick on, but because of my skin tone, if I have on anything else but red, then you can't see my lipstick. So that's why I wear red. A lot of people be like, Mecca, that's so old school. You wear red. I like red lipstick and I like red fingernail polish. So I always had to create my own style, because even when I was in high school, people did not like want to tell me about like the shit what was going on, like the fads and a lot of the stuff that people used to be getting. Them hoes was gatekeeping. They did not want to tell me what was going on, even though, if you ask any of them now, any of those women like that I went to high school with the exception of maybe one or two, any of them women that I went to school with, they'll claim, swear that we was their best friend because I was the best friend to them. But I seen all the shady shit them hoes used to be doing, being so damn shady. But I be thinking to myself, it gave me the liberty and the freedom to create my own style. I don't know what's in style. I don't know what's out of style. I don't know what's in season or out of season. If I like it, I want to put it on.
Right.
Shout out to my Get Up Tonight, okay? Because when I put this on, I was like, Mecca, what do you have on? But I like this. I feel very comfortable in this. I wanted to make sure that I wore my Carter 6 t-shirt that I wore at the Louisiana Fest November 1st in New Orleans this past year. So big shouts out to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, that was a phenomenal album. And I'm so sick and tired of these people in the world that are just so limitless. They have no kind of couth, and I'm so grateful. That's another thing that in my heart and mind that makes Lil Wayne the greatest, because he's still got motion with some people that don't even understand him. Lil Wayne had Andrea Bocelli on this album. Lil Wayne had both of his sons on this album, and both of the songs bumped. Like, how fucking disrespectful can you be to keep insulting this goddamn album when this man done got his sons on there and that shit is produced beautifully? People insulted Machine Gun Kelly. That motherfucking song is produced by Machine Gun Kelly, and the shit is so damn beautiful. Plus, Machine Gun Kelly had a verse on the song. Lil Wayne take and put people down and put people on. Even with the Carter 6, he got a song on there called Bells, where he kind of sample Rock the Bells with LL Cool J. And when Lil Wayne did the listening party in New York LL Cool J's City. He brought LL out on stage. The crowd went wild. It ain't a motherfucker in the industry that's doing that. I'm sorry, Anton. I'm a potty mouth. But it ain't a motherfucker in the world that's doing that. Okay? He is a legend himself. And he went back and got another legend. And I don't care what nobody say. LL Cool J hugged Lil Wayne so hard, he knocked Lil Wayne hat off his head. But that's the shit that you don't see.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And Lil Wayne don't care to talk about. But I'm in these streets, and I'm just going to tell people, I don't think people understand the beauty in this song. Lil Wayne rapping over opera music. And I don't care what nobody say until I get tired of it. I don't want to cause any issues. I try to make sure that anytime I rap Lil Wayne, I know the words really well. So, if you're rapping over it, a lot of times it won't cause you to get no strike or nothing like that. But if anybody tries to strike anything that's going on over here, then, bitch, you in trouble. You're in trouble with God. Because ain't nothing going on over here but some people that still believing in what they feel like God put in them. And bitch, if you got an ounce of energy to try to hate on that, to try to stomp that down, to try to do anything to stop that motion, bitch, let me be the first to tell you, you're in trouble. And when that shit start hitting your ass, you're going to hear my voice saying, bitch, you in trouble. You better stop now. Because I'm a living witness that even when you stop, you don't have to be very careful about the shit that you do, because you don't know who that person is to God. You looking on the outside and the part that you feel like that you understand, and you think that it's okay to criticize somebody. Who the fuck do you think you are? That's what I want to ask people. So, like I said, I feel glamorous. Shout out to No Smack. Like I said, I enjoyed their show a lot. I do want to speak on something that I heard on their show, In Love, just because I feel like that they were very passionate about what they was talking about. And for me in particular, I know for a fact that lady wasn't out there just going to pick up her kids and being an innocent lady. That lady had been taunting them people and getting in the way. And why the fuck are you out there anyway? Go home. That's not your fight. Then people need to be able to do their job. You're not going to be able to stop them. And when you cross the law, you put yourself in the line of fire. So at the end of the day, the bottom line is that we got our own fight. I'm not saying don't have compassion for anybody, but a lot of these people out here, like, we don't know these people. We don't know where they come from, what they got going on, and why the fuck they out in the streets kicking up dust. We don't know. All we know is, I know for me personally, and I'm going to say we because I like to believe this is what everybody is on, but what I'm on is trying to make the very best of what I got. Like my cups say, I'm trying my very best. I'm trying to make the best of what I got so that I can leave the type of legacy that I want to leave, and also live the life that I want to live. I'm willing to put in the work. And if that's not you, then I'm sorry for you. I pray before you leave this earth that you get to the point where you have something in this world that you want to give besides negativity and hate. It's interesting that a lot of people want to try to spin a narrative and try to make it seem like that Renee Good was out there with her kids. She wasn't out there with her kids. She did hit the police officer with her car. You can hear in the video where her partner, who didn't even get in the car, closed the door and said, "Drive, baby, drive," because her partner knew she had committed a crime by hitting that officer. So her partner was saying, "Drive, baby, drive." And for the people who are out there in the world, unfortunately, spreading lies to our people that know we don't necessarily have the time to sit down and research, I thank God that I built my business and I have the freedom to sit down and read and also pay attention to really what's going on. And also I listen to news coverage on both sides. And just like when a person is speaking about their own child, they have the time to sit down and another child, and another child, you're going to be making sure that you clap for that other child when they walk across the stage when you're at the graduation, but you ain't going to clap for no child louder than you're going to clap for your own. Even if it's your child's best friend or if it's your little niece, you are not going to give the same rattle from your group because you're going to feel like that them people got somebody in their group that's going to rattle. So yeah, you're going to cheer, but you're going to cheer loudest for yours. So don't get mad at people about what they believe, but don't do yourself the disservice of speaking about something if you haven't done the research, because unfortunately it's some people out here that know we don't have time. I spend the majority of my time when I'm working, I'm in somebody's home. So since I'm in someone's home when I'm working, I got the TV and the news running right there in front of me. And so with that being said, I know a little bit more of a backstory than what is in a TikTok clip. I know a full story backwards and forwards of what people are saying on both sides. And so with that being said, it's crazy that even with this guy, Nick Peretti, the other guy in Minnesota, who was out there acting a fool, running, had a gun, acting a fool with these people, getting in their face, hollering, acting a fool. And the crazy part about that was, I pulled this story up, and you got people running around saying that, you know, the ICE people were what was they saying? The ICE people are white supremacists. That's what they said. They said the ICE people were white supremacists. Well, let me see right quick, because let me find this right here where it says, so according to theguardian.com, it says, government documents have identified the two federal officers who fatally shot Alex Peretti in Minneapolis. The first one, Jesus Ochoa. That sounds very white supremacist. It does sound like that's a Mexican. Jesus Ochoa is the first officer that was involved in the shooting with Alex Peretti in Minneapolis. He was a previous Border Patrol agent. And another Border Patrol agent by the name of Raymundo Gutierrez. Or Gutierrez. I don't know how you say it. Gutierrez. This is a free article. You don't have to subscribe or anything. A verified newspaper, theguardian.com. According to those records, Ochoa, who is 43, and Gutierrez, who's 35, were the agents who fired their weapons during the confrontation last weekend that resulted in Peretti's death. It says the shooting sparked widespread demonstrations and renewed demands for criminal inquiries into federal immigration enforcement actions. Immediately following Peretti's killing, the Trump administration repeatedly pushed false claims about the shooting. Now, this article I wanted to read because of the simple fact that I wanted people to understand that a lot of times when I talk against the bullshit, people want to try to label me a Trump supporter. You know, my sister got people in my family thinking I'm a Trump supporter just because I said I'm not with the bullshit in front of God. Understand what I'm saying? I'm not with no bullshit about changing no children and asking them if they want to be a boy or a girl at 5 years old. I'm not with that shit. I don't believe God is with that shit. And I'm also not with the abortion shit. If you feel like that you need abortion, that's between you and God. Go get one. But I don't need no bitch married to a white man coming to tell me to come and get an abortion. And let me just put a pin right there on that as well. Why is it all of the goddamn people that's out here telling you that you're supposed to hate white people because they hate black people? Why a black person wasn't good enough for Don Lemon? Why he married to a white man? But he got you out here thinking, you know what I'm saying? He light, bright, always white, probably got a goddamn key in his back because they got him on tape doing some strange things, I'm sure. Like, at the end of the day, people make choices every single day. I don't even have shit, but I got some shit in my past that I hope never come up again because I was on some bullshit. at the time. So with that being said, I don't really give a fuck what nobody think about me, as far as thinking like I've said many times before, you're not going to say it to me. You say it to other people. People act like all I said was I hold myself accountable to God and to God alone. And over the years of me being by myself, literally, ever since I was a little girl, I've been all on my own. Thank God he let me go live in some nice places with some nice people. But I went through a lot of shit to be the person that I am today. So with that being said, me and God been rocking for a long time. And I care about what he thinks. And no, I am not interested in somebody who always shaking a damn cup in my face, but every time I need them for something, they're unavailable and they goddamn me telling me what they can't do. Damn it, if the other side gonna stop you from doing everything that you want to do, well then fuck, let's goddamn support them, the people that can get some shit done. Cause I'm tired of y'all taking millions and billions of dollars from people with nothing to show for it. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. And people, I don't know if these are bots. I don't know if these are real or whatever the case may be. But I saw this thing that keep popping up and I tried to tell Instagram I don't want to see it no more. But maybe I feel like, I don't know. It's a scripture in the Bible that says, speak the truth. I say this to your shame because it's some people that are truly unaware. So I'm not saying this because I'm trying to clout chase off of nobody. I'm saying this because it kept popping up on my timeline, even though I was trying to stomp it out. And I seen this ad with Jasmine Crockett. And Jasmine Crockett is on there like, I just came off the stage and, I'm not going to say, but you know who. But look, we're going to stop them. So I need you to listen, y'all. I need y'all to send 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever you can give. Okay, boo? Because for what? What? And then you got people all in the comments. I just sent my last $50. I just did this. I did that. Let me tell you something. It's 8:34. Let me tell you something. There is nothing new up under the sun. And you can sit up there and blame white people all you want to and say it was systemic racism all you want to, but the facts still remain. Jesus Christ died for everybody. And it's a lot of people out here that's done made a lot of money. Speaking to them young folks that I don't know what they be doing or how they be doing, you know what I'm saying? But it's good because we don't really have a real raw reality show. Even if it's a reality show, it's like people being told what to do. But I'm going to tell you something. I done been in the hood. I don't look for a long time, but I done been in the hood or whatever and stopped by like a corner store or something. These dudes got wads of cash. Thick wads of cash. Hey, I don't know how they got them wads of cash. I don't know what is going on with all of that. I just know that Texas, for one, I can't really speak for anywhere else because I only honestly have spent money other places. I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like, golly, Mecca, you done spent money in a lot of states, but you ain't never earned money nowhere but Texas. I like it here. I like the fact that we had freedom to kind of move around and do all the things that we want to do. We don't have any state taxes. Everybody running their ass over here. The people running over here is, what's really got our real estate situation all messed up. However, it is still ways around that. And even though you may not be able to get what you used to get for what you used to get it for, it's still affordable to have something nice here. You can still live good. So I'm not afraid to go anywhere else. I like Texas. I like, the fact that I've been able to make money, that I'm able to, just maintain something that I built myself and literally just be able to be everywhere that I want to be whenever I want to be there. If my heart moves and I want to be a blessing, I can be a blessing. Like some people be like, well, I just want God to bless me so I can be a blessing. If somebody got a little less than you as you speak. So it don't have to be a big thing. It's going to still be the same. It's going to still hold the sustaining power that you should be looking for. And I think that the thing that got us in trouble as a people, it wasn't Jim Crow. It wasn't 400 years of slavery or systemic racism. It was the same bullshit that hinders us today, that you would rather outdo me than build with me. You want to outdo me. You want to make sure that even if I'm doing some shit that you ain't even thought about doing, you don't want to do, you just don't want to make it. You do not want to see it happen. So with that being said, when you get back to that, things used to be regional. And I think that's another thing that people kind of confuse. They get the Old Testament mixed up with the New Testament when they both are very true. But I think it's so many people that be so busy not trying to acknowledge the significance and the heaviness of what Jesus did on that cross, because it's been so much energy to downplay it, that they don't understand that it's still the same, but it's not the same, because what you used to have to be with the Old Testament and the New Testament is the same. The short story is what Jesus did was put it to where you could go for yourself. In the Old Testament, you were connected. All these people you're trying to connect yourself to now, that was what it was. But the bad part about that was when they did some messed up shit, then you did, the messed up shit happened to everybody. Okay, being out there in the wilderness, the 400 years of captivity that they stole out of the book of Acts in the Bible, that happened as a consequence. Don't start at the 400 years. Go back and read what people were doing prior to God putting them in that position for 400 years and see how much it resembles how people are conducting themselves today. The beautiful thing about receiving Jesus Christ, which is the reason why there is such a big pushback to try to keep you from doing that, is because you don't need mama, daddy, sister, cousin. You don't need any of those people. Those people were so unaware of what Jesus was able to do. They was questioning. You see how when Jesus opened the eyes of the blind man, they was questioning who sinned, this man, mama or his father, that he became blind, because in the Old Testament you were connected to your region. That's the reason why you have scriptures that say don't find yourself paired up with people that's not right, because when something falls on them, it's going to fall on you. So get away from people. Have nothing to do with those people that have a form of godliness, but don't acknowledge God's power. So what Jesus Christ did, Jesus said, listen, I know y'all think y'all supposed to be together. And if these people wouldn't have started doing the stuff that they was doing, y'all probably could have been, because you are stronger together. In Ecclesiastes, it says 2 is better than 1. One can watch out for the other. If one is cold, you can keep each other warm. If one is sick, you can help each other up. But since people wanted to use that type of love and loyalty for deception and deceit, and causing demise over good people that had genuine intentions, Jesus said, well, listen, this is what I'm going to do for y'all. I'm going to go on the cross. And when I go on the cross, when I get up, this is what happens next. You can be with your mama if you want to, but I didn't come to bring you and your mama together. I came to separate y'all. I came to separate you. That way I'm the spell breaker. Whatever spells was on your generation or people I'm the one who can break it. And I'm breaking it. I'm setting you free. That's why he was called the truth and the light, who can set you free. The truth, know the truth, and the truth will set you free. He's a spell breaker. So now it's on you. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. It don't matter who the president is. It don't matter who the governor is. It don't matter who it is. All you got to do is move in a way that you don't mind what's you putting out there coming back to you. And don't try to blame somebody else when you get the consequences of you conducting yourself in a certain way. Because I'm sitting here a living witness through all the shit that I done been through in my life. I was a little girl. I got threw outside naked, SA'd by folks. Family is a little child, family members, friends of my family. Interestingly, all of that. People might say, oh, well, I didn't call the police, or I didn't tell. I told some people about certain shit that happened. But you know what? I didn't never
go to the point of calling the police or nothing like that. And things were so interested in families. You know, there are a lot of people who get money and get a certain level of power and a certain level of arrogance, and they think that they can get away with things. And you think that all you got to do is tell the truth, but people are looking at the fact that, well, I'm going to go speak on it, but we're really not going to go do nothing else. We're going to go speak on it so he don't do it again. But we're not going to mess up this money, and we're not going to mess up this reputation that we got, so that we can make you happy, because we can't undo what happened to you. So there's some people out there that think like that. And so with that being said, I feel like I give everybody liberty and grace that they doing the best that they can, because I know I'm out here doing my best. But somebody else's best might not be your best, because their best is going to be only lined up with the level of wisdom, experience, spirituality, whatever it is that they have. That's what they're going to be measured against. That's the reason why you can't say two people are the same, and you can't even do things. I can't tell you how many times I've been caught in conversations with people in my family that, for the life of me, I can't even understand why the fuck they still calling me, because I'm not calling you, bitch, and I know you don't care for me, but I guess you're calling me so God can confirm what he said to me a couple of days before you call, because it's so wild. And I'm telling you, this has happened to me in like the last 3 months. I've had conversations with people in my family that I'm just like, okay, that's just the welcome mat I need to get away from you, because I didn't really have a reason at first, but I'm glad you did what you did. Now you're calling me. Why are you calling me? I'm not calling you. But it's interesting how, and this is so crazy how this can happen with like 3 different people.
Is it because of politics?
Not politics, but pure just envy. And I don't even know if you can call it envy, because what is it that I'm doing that you want to do? And if you want to do something I'm doing, all of y'all got shit I ain't got. Go do it. You choose to do what you want to do with your money. If I want to spend my money on weed and concert tickets, bitch, that's my money. I work for it. It's honest money. I didn't take it from nobody. But
I was gonna. So I just want to ask you.
I don't spend all my money on weed and concert tickets, but
I
if I wanted to, it's mine.
Because you do now, Mecca. You will get out of town and you will go and enjoy yourself, which you should. I'm
gonna treat myself every time.
You work hard.
Let me tell you something. Every time I get the blessed opportunity to see Lil Wayne live, I do the very best that I can afford, because I treat it like it's my last time. Because one day it's going to be my last time. I'm not going to be on this earth forever. Why would I want to be wherever I'm going to be if I don't leave in what I believe will be when God come and get everybody at one time? Which I kind of believe. I kind of see myself being one of them kind of people that's out here like still in the mix like Will Smith was on I Am Legend. Like I still feel like that's the way it's going to be. But if God see fit to have it be another way, I don't want to be looking from the other side and I didn't do myself the very best. For one thing, I be wanting to see him. I be wanting him to see me. Not for any particular reason, but just to see me. And in addition to the fact that I'm watching everything and everybody. Everybody on the ground. I'm watching the security. I'm still enjoying myself, but I'm peeping everything. And I have a lot of faith in the fact that Lil Wayne see everything too. Because it's been some times like I've kind of seen some shit and I be like, damn, I would never put nothing like this on social media. But I wonder if Wayne's seen that shit. I wonder if he's seen how this person did this like right behind his back, you know. And I be doggone it like the nigga got eyes in the back of his head. Then people be gone. Them people be gone. So I feel like in every Lil Wayne song, and I love Lil Wayne music so much because I feel like another thing that people really, really display their lack of intelligence when they even speak on Lil Wayne, which I think that Lil Wayne recognizes, because you can't be intelligent like he is and not recognize when people are speaking unintelligently. And I know that I come across people all the time and they don't mean any harm. They're operating in their own safe space. And sometimes their safe space is being a hoe ass nigga because it's more of them than it is of us. You know? So with that being said, um,
Mama Sita did say she asked God to give her a genius.
okay, and she said, and God did that.
Yeah.
She said, and God did that. She said, and He did it. Yeah, she said, I always ask God to send me a genius, and He did that.
Yeah.
Because Wayne is his. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. And I think another thing that people don't realize is like people be always saying they looking for an answer, they looking for a response. Well, that Wayne will sit up there if you're literally listening to the music instead of online trying to let somebody else tell you about the music. If you go listen for yourself, that answer that you're looking for is right there in the music. Like Wayne literally tell you everything about everything in the music. And I will personally go out on a limb. I'm not saying I'm the only person who always be making sure that, you know, I'm concerned about Wayne's safety. I do whatever I can to make sure that, you know, I'm looking around to see what is going on around here. The people 6 degrees to the left and right. I don't know where you from. But it's also some phenomenal people. Some phenomenal people, man, in the world. And I just think that they all got to be in the world Ray Charles to the bullshit because you don't necessarily see them saying anything. But I think that it's like they don't have to. Because like when Wayne say in that song, Written History that I just rapped, when Wayne say, you know I'ma slay it every time. Ovation and an encore. Yeah, every single time Wayne hit that stage, it's an uproar. They want an ovation. People walking down the street still talking about it. And let me just pin that as well. It was over 20,000 of us that left Louisiana Fest November the 1st, 2025. No shade to NBA Youngboy, but they were talking about all of the money that NBA Youngboy was going to take out of the city because of the off-duty police officers that they needed and the fact that a lot of his fans weren't necessarily going to be patronizing the restaurants and the hotels. When Lil Wayne come and do the Louisiana Fest, he do the same damn thing like they Essence Festival. When they gave Lil Wayne the key to the city, I know they didn't necessarily go over this, but like I'm on the ground. I know. I done been trying to make reservations. I know that all up and down Bourbon Street, they got meals in restaurants inspired by Lil Wayne. And I have never stopped in the city of New Orleans and had a conversation with anybody who acted like that they resented Lil Wayne. But they would tell you about the skate park that he built and all the bicycles that he bought and all the stuff that Lil Wayne did. Like if you start talking to an older person or a person that's like involved in like the city dealings and politics and people Wayne to help people with restaurants. He done like gave so much free music, free verses away, like whatever he could give away, he gave it away. It's just a beautiful thing. And that's the reason why I love him, because having those experiences, I was in the beginning, you know, just like a fan. But I think the part where I really started to fall in love with him was when I started talking to other people about the things that they felt and how their life was changed. And even if you don't talk to somebody, just to see the young men skating down the streets of New Orleans, skating down Canal on skateboards with dreads. Like, come on. You know, so at the end of the day, like I said, over 20,000 of us left the Louisiana Fest November 1st, 2025. Nobody got hurt. There were no type of issues, no fights, no threats. We was all up in them restaurants after the concert, everybody feeling good, and people of all races coming together. You know, Ray Charles, who I really like a lot, and I don't know if it was just because, you know, by watching the movie I got to know him a little bit more. But Ray Charles, who as a little girl, I appreciated his music. There was one time where Ray Charles refused to perform in Georgia because of a segregated crowd, and he said, I'm not going to do it. He was on his way in there, and I think they actually showed this in the movie. He was on the way there to perform, and there were people out there on the sides, and they started talking to him about how, they can't believe he could be this big and this draw this big crowd and allow them to segregate, and not only segregate but not even give the black people, the best view in the venue and all of that. And I just think that, unfortunately, while everybody wants to talk about everything that is wrong and all the things that we are divided by, nobody ever talks about how many people of all races. I done talked to people that's done flew 14 and 15 hours across the world to see Wayne. And I mean, there is a good friend of mine, David, who he literally flew here 14 hours. And unfortunately, this was the Louisiana Fest, and I don't even remember what year that was either, y'all. My time is almost up, and I'll have all that stuff next week. But he flew for a long time, and unfortunately, this was the year that Travis Scott was able to, was at the Louisiana Fest. And, a lot of his fans was all on that mosh pit and push shit, whatever they was doing. Like, Wayne fans don't act like that. And I will never forget, I looked up at Travis Scott because I was like right down front. Now, that was back in the day when you didn't have your own assigned seat. So shout out to Lil Wayne for grinding hard enough, to position himself where we ain't got to stand in long lines no more. Wayne fans ain't got to do that no more. We just pay and we can have our seat that's assigned to us, versus the way that it used to be. Like a general admission pit was a little bit more expensive, and then general admission, it was like how early you got there. You had people sleeping outside and everything. But with that being said, my friend David, and I pray to God, that he gets an opportunity to see Lil Wayne, because he was very, very hurt that his English was not very good. He spoke French and not very good English. And he didn't understand what the people were saying. They were pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And I'll never forget, I looked up at Travis Scott and literally did my very best to make eye contact with him. And I said, this is not your fucking show. This is not your fucking fest. Don't bring all that shit over here, man. These are people that love Wayne. My friend David, that particular show, he got pushed. Me and him stayed connected, down through the years. We connected waiting for the show to get started. He never got a chance to even see Wayne hit the stage. So with that being said, I hate that for him, because like I said, his English was not good. He got pushed all the way up to the front. And when he got pushed all the way up to the front, he jumped over the barrier thinking that he was going to be able to escape all those people pushing and mushing. And unfortunately, security came and escorted him out. So he had flown 14 hours here. He showed me all of his stuff on his phone. God bless him, a person who loves God and has always been a supporter of mine. I pray, that he gets an opportunity to see Wayne live before, he leaves this earth, because he's not a rich person, even though he came from Paris, France. He just was somebody who loved Wayne and always, had loved him ever since he was a little boy. So with that being said, last but certainly not least, I got 5 minutes. Okay. I feel like Houdini, because I just want to say this. Shout out to my favorite show, For the Locals. I be anticipating Sundays so much because Lucas, you know what I'm saying? I just love. And I just want to say, I don't think that anybody meant any harm, but we need to not suppress our last few black men that want to speak up, even if that means standing alone. Because we have a lot of people that just want to look to the other way. They don't want no trouble. They don't want no smoke, but the smoke is still coming for you, and the smoke is still coming for the children. So with that being said, we can't be laid back and relaxed. I don't know who this lady Mimi G or whoever she thought she was calling up here. You don't know nothing about what's going on over here. Nobody is doing nothing for no clicks and views. We talking because we generally concerned. Okay, there was 3 little Negro babies that white woman had. And at the end of the day, we want to know what happened. And Mimi, if you so motherfucking gangster, why the fuck they wasn't living with you? Because you talking about you didn't even know that they didn't have anywhere to stay. But I feel like Monique on Precious. Every fucking thing. And you wasn't even there. And you don't even know where she at now. So with that being said, don't call up here trying to insult somebody because somebody cares. I stand with my black men, especially the ones that want to speak up. And I don't give a fuck about your goddamn family because you fucking with my family. So at the end of the day, we want to know what happened, goddamn it. 2 goddamn white hoes that we know for sure done drowned some children. Susan Smith just got out of jail for drowning her 2 sons in that goddamn pool. The bitch set up on this damn TV and lied, standing next to her husband, or the kid's father, who was crying, talking about he couldn't believe that she did it, only for her to come back and admit that she did it. She did it because she was trying to be with another man. And they said that the little boy, Michael, I'll never forget this, he was trying to save his little brother that was in that damn car seat. She didn't even give them kids a chance. And the bitch set up on TV and lied. We also had another bitch in Florida, top mom, shout out to Nancy Grace, I forgot this lady name, and another damn lady, Darlie Rudy Air, out of Rowlett, Texas. My mama was locked up with her, who her ass claimed that she went to bed after smoking some weed and somebody came in her house and took her kids out of there. She's still locked up now. So when a kids come up dead around some white hoes, especially if they Negro babies, we want to know. It ain't for clicks and views. It's because we care. So that's all I got to say about that, y'all. This has been my time. I love everybody. Shout out to everybody. God bless you. And every single day when you wake up, don't ask what Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook want you to do. Ask what God wants you to do, because that's what's going to sustain you. That other shit is going to crumble, just like we seeing all of this shit crumble. I didn't get a chance to get into the Grammys, but that should let you know, the bullshit will get you to the top, but it won't keep you there. Have an awesome evening, everybody. I'll see y'all next week.
I got the 24 inches sitting on them Joe buttons and the tongue straight jumping, bitch. I can't hear nothing, no, I might do the Spurs sitting on them Tim Duncans. And in that Lamborghini, I do donuts like Dunkins. I come every bad bitch with a pussy, wanna fuck them, but I just leave them drugs and just watch them fuck each other. My neck was 100 and my wrist was another. It make a pussy wet, I leave that bitch with a puddle on my feet. And my dog, I should rap with a muzzle. Peyton Manning flow, I just go, no huddle. Baby girl, getting straight dick, no cuddle. You know I'm out this world, I just bought a space shuttle. I'ma put some knees on that bitch. And these hoes starting to get like fleas on my shit. Have you seen her who? Nina, she's on my hip. Yellow, white diamonds, call it cheese on them grits. You niggas ain't ballin', real talk. You niggas can't guard me, 2 niggas can't guard me. You looking at Jordan from the side like Spike at the garden. I got the hardest bars, call me the warden. Yeah, excuse me, pardon.